Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to a very special video. This is a nostalgia-filled showcase as I'm going to show you the very first game I've ever played in my life. This is Mario Bros. One of the ports for Commodore 64. This was actually made by Atari as Atarisoft in 1984. According to information I have, it was meant to be sold in retail. Probably it was some bundles with a computer or stuff like that. Anyway, a copy, not really legit copy of the game reached my household between the end of 84 and beginning of 85, and in spring 1985, yeah, I played this one for the very first time with my brothers, and so it's special to me as very sentimental. Before we go in, something else about the game. Okay, first I'm playing this on an emulator. I played this on C64, and I'm using a keyboard because I think it's better for this kind of game. I don't have any controller joystick that resembles the good old-fashioned Commodore 64 joystick, so I'm using a keyboard instead. About the game, okay, the original Mario Bros. Was released in 1983, developed and published by Nintendo as an arcade coin-op game, and before the end of the year, in September 83, it was released in Japan, the NES conversion, which is actually very good. It's very good conversion of the original coin-op. You can play it if you have a Nintendo Switch on the Switch Online subscription service. It pains me to admit it's a much superior port than this one. The official Commodore 64 port was released in 86 or 87, depending where you are, and was developed by Ocean. It has better graphics. I don't recall the sound though. It has better graphic, more creative, but less. I feel like they were less adherent to the original coin-op. Okay. And what else? This is the first game where Luigi is featured with a green overall. You can play it single player or with two players, and you can play co-op. You can help each other, or you can just race for the highest score, whatever suits you. In fact, in Super Mario Bros. 3, there's a one-on-one or battle game mode, which is based on this one, and it is, however, it is 2 players only. It's one against the other who scores the most points. Oh, last thing before I start. Unlike Super Mario Bros., you don't defeat enemies by jumping on them. Every direct collision in an enemy with an enemy, it results in the loss of one of your lives. Instead, you have to flip them over by jumping under them. And that's it. I'm going to play a try to play as best as possible to show you a few levels. Usually, every 2 levels, a new kind of enemy is introduced, and after that they start mixing up enemies. So I think there are turtles, flies, and crabs. I don't recall. Maybe I never reached a point where new enemies were available. And that's it. Okay, so I'd say we can start. Okay. Yes, it's. I hope you weren't expecting state-of-the-art graphics and sound. As I said, the Ocean version is probably better. However, I think the graphic style sticks a little bit less to the original coin-op machine. A couple of things about the controls. As you can see, it's quite basic, but not so much. So the platforms are slippery, as you can see. Mario, when you try to brake, he actually slides a little bit before stopping. There's no way to prevent that. And another thing, jumping, like in other Commodore 64 games, there's no A control. Another game that I'd like to show you is Montezuma's Revenge. And one of the key features of the game that makes the game hard but playable at the same time is that there's no A control. Also, there's no momentum. Oh, okay. Yes. Apparently, there are weird sentient flames spawning in the sewers of New York City. Okay, so as you can see, this is a bit like Bubble. Okay, you have to defeat all the enemies in each level to move on. Now there's a bonus stage. What else? Yeah. Okay, probably maybe I'm still going to make it. Yeah, I even won life. Perfect. Oh, there's this power, not prisoner of war, but stands for power. Ah, crabs. Crabs are nasty because you have to eat them twice. The first one, they got really angry. Okay. Yeah, as you can see, I couldn't stop. You keep sliding, sliding away. Yeah, I was saying the POW button, if you bonk it with your head, if basically it flips everything inside. Actually, it doesn't really flip it. It applies one hit. So turtles are going to be flipped over. Crabs are going to get angry the first time. And if they were already angry, they get flipped over. So there's a bit of a strategy. Okay. Also, if you wait too long to keep the enemies out of the screen, they flip themselves back, and they get a boost. Very tough, very fast. Turtles, I think they become purple turtles. Also, the last enemy on the screen gets a boost. You probably noticed there was a red turtle in the first stage, and was it pink crab in the second one? The third, sorry. You can use, there it is. You can use the enemy's own momentum so that you can flip them at the end, near the edge of the platform, and they land next to you. Oh, okay. So this is probably going to end up here. There's no timer. Instead, you have those funky flames appearing. The longer you wait, the more flames appear. You can actually destroy them. If you time it right, if you bump them from below, right as they get very close to the platform, you can actually extinguish them. And they are worth several hundred points. I think, oh, bees. Flies, sorry. Yeah, their sound is extremely annoying. As far as I remember, this is the last new enemy. And it's virtually keep going harder and harder. They're also very slow, very slow, very slow. So slow, so slow. Okay, obviously. Yeah. That too. Okay. So as soon as Mario starts, or Luigi, it's worth, starts running, they slide when you try to stop. There's no way to. You can. Maybe you can. No, you can't even reduce that. Okay. This is it. Now I think we should get a bit of everything. Even when you fall at the end of a platform, there's no air control, so. And obviously, those green flames spawn at the least convenient time. Oh no! Too bad. I lost a life. Well, I think we could end here. See if we can. No, I'm vulnerable as long as I'm here. All right. Well, no, you eventually jump down. Okay. So this is Mario Bros, known as Mario Bros Atari or Mario Bros Atarisoft, to separate it from the later Ocean part on the Commodore 64. Again, this is very first game I've ever played in my life, so when I could, I used to bother my brothers to load the game on the cassette, because yes, floppy disk drive at the time were too expensive for us. So also floppy disk games were very hard to come by. And that's all. mariobros, Commodore 64, Atari. I hope you enjoyed this video. I think I'm going to make more of this with other old games that I used to play when I was a kid. And until next time, take care and goodbye.